Run the mat. Watch one. Watch one. Hey, let's get in that holes.
Attack, attack!
'61. Matchbox. Light.
Come back!
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
No, check that out. 52 right here. 52. You don't see me in your nightmares, son.
Mahomes now on first down. Being chased out left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
15, 15. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Check 22, fellas. Let's go.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Echo. Mike 50. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 33. 33. Focus, defense, focus. 22, check. 22, check.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
There he goes right side. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tevin Coleman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, Vic. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He's good. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
43!
Now, after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Switch. Kill.
They'll run with Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Vic goes play action. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Come get some. Come on,
43.
Yellow. Check 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 27.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
Hey, 43, 15.
From the 27, Mahomes flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Get that quarterback.
Switch.
On third down, here's Coleman. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw, Vick. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hey, check flag 33. Check flag 33. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Mike, check 33. 33. Check. Check 43.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. On third down, Vick. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Completes it to Jennings. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
3 down. Watch safety 3. Watch safety 3, man. Safety.
Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And that'll
hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On 2nd and 12, Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Gonzalez. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie things at 17 all. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd down and 4, Vick. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on.
Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Who's that? Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 50, Mike's 50.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes dancing to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Grant. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Taylor. Powers over him.
Just fed him his pads, didn't he?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Vick will look to throw on first down. He finds Taylor, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Check flag 33. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hustle. Playing the wrong football.
Now here's Vick. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
15.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
He's checking. Crash.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is Coleman. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 26. Whip. 66. Bullet high. Attack. Scene 6.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Kill.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Mahomes now on first down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing, Vick. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end, Gonzalez. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Vick operating on 1st down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Vick to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
The Chiefs' 9-yard line.
Watch your slap, watch your slap, watch your slap.
Now a give, right side. Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey, okay. Check, check, check. Let's go.
Vick now. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Eluding the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Completes it to Hardman. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Coleman. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second and 9, Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. On first down, Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's third down. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Buying time to us, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Yellow, yellow. Easy, easy. Topper, topper. Check 3. 15. Underfoot.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A first down throw coming for Vic. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The give to Taylor. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action now, Vic. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Vic goes play action. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Parker unable to get that one. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one, were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Chiefs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.